Hi guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, but a new Star Wars trailer has finally brought me out of hiding. So instead of you having to look at my ugly mug for the next few minutes, I'm just going to put up some stills from the new trailer and generally just talk about what we've seen. Here we go, it's Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
So here we have our first look at Felicity Jones playing the role of Jyn Erso, as we are told by the voiceover of this trailer. It looks like she's got handcuffs on, so she's been arrested for something, and also the voiceover is talking about various crimes that she's committed. It looks like she's being led through a rebel base, and this could possibly be inside the base on Yavin 4, previously seen in Episode 4, A New Hope. And then she's taken inside the rebel control room, which looks very much like it did in the original Star Wars film, and also it looks a lot like the control centre we saw in Force Awakens fairly recently. We then get our first look at Diego Luna, who we still don't know who he's playing at the moment, but a lot of people think he might be a young Biggs Darklighter, who is a childhood friend of Luke Skywalker and joins the rebellion before he does, and also dies in the Battle of Yavin, but it remains to be seen if he is that person. We then get to see another person who we're going to assume is Mon Mothma. Obviously a different actress from the one that played her in Return of the Jedi, but interestingly is the same actress that played Mon Mothma during a deleted scene of Revenge of the Sith, so it's good to see that they've got people coming back that have already got Star Wars experience. Then we get to see some of Felicity Jones in action. She's fighting a couple of stormtroopers in the streets, quickly followed by a huge explosion, and it looks like she and Diego Luna are diving for cover right in the foreground of the shot there. So we don't know what's being blown up at this point, but we can assume it's going to be something caused by the rebels or maybe her herself. Is this part of her recruiting campaign, or is it part of the mission she's been sent on? Now we get a close-up of Mon Mothma as they are talking about the fact that they've learned of an Imperial weapons test that's going to be happening, and they're going to send Jyn Erso on a mission to find out what it is and how to destroy it. If you weren't too sure what this Imperial weapons test was going to be, don't worry, because then we get a shot of some Star Destroyers with a large shadow passing over the top of them, and then it pans out to reveal the Death Star still being built and showing the laser dish being put into place. We then get a shot of Alistair Petrie, who's going to be playing some kind of rebel commander. We don't know what role he's playing at the moment, but he's telling Jyn Erso what her mission is. And then we see Felicity Jones and Diego Luna walking out through the rebel base, presumably on their way to start their mission. The next shot is very interesting. We get the British actor Ben Mendelsohn dressed up in some classic Imperial officer garb, and it looks like he's going to be playing some kind of admiral. And the White Admiral outfit makes a lot of people think that he is inspired by Grand Admiral Thrawn from the old Legends universe. Obviously that's not canon anymore, but they could be taking inspiration from that for his role. There's a brief shot of some stormtroopers with what appears to be a new type of tank that they're using. And we see Forrest Whitaker, who's apparently playing some kind of bounty hunter, strolling into the screen, and he actually forms a lot of the voiceover for the remaining amount of the trailer. We get the same shot we saw in the teaser a few days ago of the Shadow Troopers with a new helmet design, and some rebel captives being led through the street, presumably on their way to either be incarcerated or executed. The next shot appears to be either during the mission that she's been given by the rebels or just prior to it, because Diego Luna and herself are running away down a corridor in what appears to be some kind of Imperial facility. It looks a little bit like a tube station, but I don't think it is. But she's also being followed by a droid, which it's rumoured that Alan Tudyk is actually going to be doing the motion capture for. The very next shot after this is of a bunch of stormtroopers running down a similar corridor, but you also see some troopers who appear to be wearing gold armour. I don't know what purpose that gold armour is. Maybe it's some kind of elite unit, or maybe they're a royal guard or something. Next we get a shot of a character that I've been looking forward to seeing since we saw the first official photograph, and it's Donnie Yen. Again, we don't know what role he's playing. It's rumoured that he's playing a bounty hunter as well, but he's fronting up to some stormtroopers with just a stick, and he's kicking ass as always as he smacks one of them down with his stick. We then get some more shadow troopers with some different guns that we've never seen before, and this comes just before a huge Imperial ship explodes. Now it's edited to make it look like the Shadow Troopers have blown it up, but I think it's probably going to be a rebel explosion. Then we get Ben Mendelsohn in his white cape wading through some shallow water with stormtrooper bodies all around and some destruction in the background. This is probably going to be that huge ship that blew up a minute ago. But we don't know what the cause of it is, and obviously this is after a battle, otherwise an officer wouldn't just be walking around. And another interesting shot, there's a dark hooded figure kneeling before what appears to be either a Bacta tank or a cryogenic freezing tank. A lot of people think that this is Darth Vader, but personally I don't think it is. In episode 3 he got his full Darth Vader armour, and even though he did have a cloak, he didn't have a hood on it. This guy appears to have a hood on it, so I think it's some kind of other Imperial agent. But more importantly, who is in the tank? Could it be the Emperor? Could Vader be in the tank? I don't know. At this point, it could be anyone. The next couple of shots show that there is a huge scale of the battle that the rebels are having to fight. We see another, presumably, bounty hunter charging out of some facility, firing his weapon wildly, and it quickly cuts up to a load of other rebels running across a beach towards several Imperial AT-AT walkers. Now they are firing into the rebels and wiping out quite a few of them, and it looks like Felicity Jones and Diego Luna are part of this group that are running towards them. What are they running from? Maybe they're running from that explosion that they caused on that huge ship, or maybe they're just running for their lives. We don't know, but I can't see how they're going to get out of that. And just as Forrest Whitaker's character is saying, if you keep fighting, what will you become? We get a shot of Jyn Erso in an Imperial uniform. It looks a little bit like the TIE Fighter uniform, but it's got some weird tubes on the back of it, which could be holding some kind of weapon or explosives. A lot of people are saying that she may have converted to be an Imperial towards the end of the film, but I think this is probably part of her infiltration, either into a facility to get the plans for the Death Star, or work her way into another facility to destroy something. And then we get the slow reveal of the Rogue One, A Star Wars Story header. I, for one, am very excited for this film. The trailer doesn't have the amazingly wow factor that the Force Awakens trailers did, but then it's a different kind of Star Wars film. It's not going to be part of the official story. It's still canon, but it's out of the timeline. A lot is riding on this film, and the success of this film will increase the likelihood that we'll get more standalone films in the future, and maybe the saga will continue with episodes after episode 9. Who knows?
Okay, there's plenty of stuff in that trailer that can keep us talking for a while, and I know the internet has already exploded with hundreds and thousands of theories already, most particularly that Jyn Erso is actually Rey's mum. And I'm sure more rumours and theories will come up the closer we get to production. Let me know what you thought of the trailer in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Also check out our blog, the link is in the description below, and I'll see you next time for when I finally get around to doing another trailer talk video.